What's up, guys? Nightingale here. Welcome back to another Nightingale Has Higher Standards Than Most of the People Probably Watching This Video. Today, we're going to be going over a lot of stuff. And let's just jump on into it with probably the most important thing of this entire update, which is... wow! I had no idea that time I got reincarnated as Slime was getting a rerun. It's not like this was leaked almost a month ago. Wow, I'm so shocked. That's right, it's going to be coming back. May the 4th be with you to the 25th. So that is, what, the 3-week collab? So you're going to get all 3 weeks to do this side story. So it's the full side story. But there is a disappointing punchline at the end of that. Let's go ahead and just ruin it now. There's no new unit. It's just the 3. So, for those of us who've already been there, done that, there's going to be barely anything to do. Well, let's go ahead and jump on in to the 427 update content with GM Chroma Dominial and see what they have in store for us today. So, first off, number 1, Valorous Arena Season. Nobody cares. It starts soon. Buy your slate and then never touch this game mode again for an entire month. Frames that nobody cares about. Frames, story, frames, the conquest points that you get for the item sets. We have Ravenger's Equipment of Valor. Hey, it's a hit set. Hooray. And it's literally hit set. Alright, so this is probably going to be one of the more controversial things of the update. It is the hero promotion system revamp. Now, there is a little good and a little bad and a little bit of why are we doing this, all inside of this. Now, this has already been teased and previewed before, but now they're going to finally go into a little bit more detail. Let's find out how good, bad, or indifferent this system really is. So we're getting new items. We're getting Lesser Spirit Bloom, Greater Spirit Bloom, and Epic Spirit Bloom. Mystic Flowers Bloom with Spirit Mana has become highly concentrated, and it grants its bearer the power to push beyond their limits. Okay, Goku, we're not going Super Saiyan 3 here, so they're not going even further beyond. All right, so Forest of Soul changes. Spirit Bloom can now be acquired by using Stigma in Sanctuary Forest of Souls. So, as you can see, it costs... 1,700 Stigma to summon 10 of the Lessers, 8,500 to do the Greaters, and the Spirit Well, 42,500 to acquire 10 of them. Now, here's the thing that I'm very concerned about. Is how many of you absolutely idiotic, dumb people have been selling your penguins. There's a lot of you, I know, that do this. The question becomes, what happens to the penguins based off of this one change right here? EXP mileage change. When clearing adventure or side story stages, you will now acquire Stigma rewards instead of penguin bonus. Okay, so what determines this from here on out is, do we still have to level the unit, or does this new currency level the unit as well? It hasn't been said yet. So we can earn Stigma per, probably just the same way. I'm assuming the system's going to function nearly identical based on the amount of leveled up heroes. Hopefully maybe that's gone, because that was a bit annoying, you know, in the early stages of going through episode 1. Your heroes are gaining EXP, but you're not gaining Stigma. So they're showing max heroes and you're getting 123 Stigma. Here, this changes a lot of things, because this changes the value of how the penguins worked, because with the pet in the lobby, plus all the other of how the bonuses worked and the way the refunds worked, the Penguin EXP was great as far as being the go-to way of leveling up units. So, hero promotion changes. Let's see. Phantasmas in your inventory will no longer be used for promoting heroes. Instead, they will be replaced with Spirit Bloom. You can no longer use the same upgrade hero or the same hero as materials to promote heroes. So they're getting rid of the duplication system. Kind of good, because now I'm about to be able to clear out a crap ton of heroes I've been hanging on to for the sake of that unit coming along, or, you know, eventually I will triple S this unit. I'm now about to triple S a lot of the units that I just don't want to use and be able to clear out their dupes and get rid of them. I'm holding on to like 50 dingoes for whatever reason. I guess I was going to use it as fodder. Maybe I just was obsessed with collecting dingo, or maybe just the game only gave me dingo. If I could have showed you my ML Bromans, you would have been you would have been like, why do you collect so many? I'd be like, why does the game give me so many? So we can no longer use the bulk promotion. All right, so here we go. 2-star to 3-star requires 2 lesser Spirit Blooms. 3-star to 4-star requires 12. 4-star to 5-star requires 16 greater Spirit Blooms. Remember, I just said it costs 42,500 to summon 10 of these epic Spirit Blooms, and you need 20 of them to do this. We must be getting Stigma out the butt in order to be able to summon 20 of those like that. If that's our new way of leveling, this better be super efficient, or a pet change is coming, or something else is coming in the next near patch that's going to help make this a lot easier. Or it's just the fact that they know we're going to have this influx, hopefully, from the units coming along the way. So let's go deeper. Combining Spirit Blooms. Cool. If we need more Spirit Blooms, you just said we need 20 to promote a 6-star unit. And that doesn't mean a 3-star base, a 4-star base, or a 5-star base. It's, if you want a 5-star to go 6-star, it's 20 of these. So 1 greater Spirit Bloom equals 5 lessers, and 1 epic equals 5 greater, or 25 lesser. Okay, so at least being able to combine these things will help out, which should be good. Here they're showing that it takes 200 lesser spirits. They're short by 8 to get the that they need 8 more Spirit Blooms. They have 200, and it'll convert up to that. Hero transmission changes. The current Phantasmas and heroes will be replaced with Spirit Blooms of the corresponding rank of the hero transmission. However, heroes distributed by events will not give transmit or Spirit Blooms when transmitted. Why are y'all being this stingy doing this? We can only collect so many soul bad guys before we have an infinite number of soul bad guys. I could literally, if you would allow it, I could have had 2 completely triple S soul bad guys. I know people who have 4 and have just transmitted them. But if you're going to start, if the theme of this game is going to be we're going to rerun all the collabs at some point, let us just get something out of it besides gold. It won't kill you to let us transmit the 5-star hero. The free 5-star hero. Okay, so now here's what we're going to get out of this. So a 2-star Phantasma will give you 1 lesser Spirit Bloom. Okay. A 3-star Giga or Mega will give you 4. A 4-star Phantasma, Terra, Giga, or Mega will give you 4 Greaters. A 5-star Phantasma, Terra, Giga, or Mega will give you 4. Technically, it's the same thing. It's the same amount of okay, I see what they've done here. They've made these things literally the level of the dogs. So it still takes it probably takes 300 dogs total to, or 300 of these Spirit Blooms to 6-star a unit completely, because it takes 20 4-star Phantasmas to make the 5-star fodder. And a 6-star hero will give you 4. Why is 5 and 6? Why do we not get 20 epics from a 6-star hero. Why is that 4? How does that seem fair? It takes 20. Why do we not get 20 back? Or at least half ROI. At least give us 10 back if we decide to fodder a 6-star unit. I don't know why we'd fodder a 6-star unit other than just to prove a point, but if we can do this, why is it not equal, better, or something? Let's be real, they're not going to do better. Silver transmit stones and gold acquired by transmitting heroes and other phantasms will remain the same. Cool, so we're still getting our normal stuff, but we're just now getting extra currency. But still, we could at least be getting more 6-star hero spirit blooms from that. Okay. Memory imprint changes. Memory imprint, a hero will grant spirit blooms to the corresponding hero used as the ingredient. However, memory imprint ingredients such as unknown slates and meteor shards, etc. will not give any spirit blooms when used as an ingredient. Duh, it's a completely different thing. So that makes sense. The spirit bloom given is not affected by the memory imprint state of a hero. Okay, so it doesn't matter where it's at, but you'll get it still. So this is one way I guess it can help out because we are technically consuming these things, which will be good for the people who have been hoarding this crap to eventually triple S their units. So for any of you that have been holding on to a bunch of 4-star heroes that are not triple S, you're probably going to be all right for a while. Other changes. Phantasmas that were previously unobtainable through in-game rewards achievements that were previously obtainable through in-game events, achievements, and quest reward replaced with Spirit Bloom. The Terra 5-star or the Terra Phantasma 5X included in the Nature Boost pack will be replaced with Greater Spirit Bloom 20. So they are at least giving the ability to full 6-star a unit in that pack, which means, as we were saying, these 20 are the 20. They've complicated this thing beyond belief. Really. It should have just been 5 of these Greater Spirit Blooms should have made this thing. Or the 5 of the epics, whatever the purple ones were, does a 6-star hero. Why they came up with this? Math. That's what they thought. They're like, it sounds cool. Cool. Alright, episode 1, Heir of the Covenant Adventure Path Improvements. Heir of the Covenant. So they're doing some changes for... Episode 1 will be removed, and the AP exchange in those areas will be also removed. So they're removing some of the stages in this, and here are what the AP exchanges will be removed. They're changing Chaos Gates. I don't know why they're trying. I guess they're trying to streamline this. I'll have to play this on a new account to see kind of how it's going to go. The first story wasn't really that bad, so I don't understand what they're trying to do here, other than it's completely irrelevant content as soon as we go through it in the first... to get the story and get into unrecorded history, it becomes completely irrelevant content. We couldn't really... It was stupid to farm there for Catalyst. It was stupid to farm there for EXP. Once we went through it once, it was content that would never be revisited, just like the starter zone in every MMO. The S stage in the main chapter will be removed, and Chaos Gates that were located in S stages will be changed. So they're going to be moving some stuff around. Cool. Breath of Orbuses will be moved. Acquiring World Fragments achievement will be added. The world fragments that can be obtained by clearing a crack in the world, S3 Farchi Frontier, 5S Sun Desert, and 8S Breezy Plains will now be distributed as achievement rewards and unrecorded history. That's fine. The newly added achievement will not be counted towards all achievements. That's fine by me. Now the question is are we going to end up getting a couple extra of these? Because I've still got 1 or 2 of these things that I could use. Heir of the Covenant Adventure Stage improvements. S stages and chapter will be removed. Number of stars in the regions and will be adjusted. S chapters and S stages and the missions. They're trying to simplify that first chapter to make it easier to get through because you do have to 6-star all of that first chapter, or 3-star all of those chapters. No. It's unrecorded history you had to do that for the Moonlight Blessing. Also, some Labyrinth and Battle stages will be replaced with Story stages. Cool. So they're going to be moving some stuff around to make it easier for you to get through. Quest completion rewards, Sky Stones, quantity 50, quantity 200. So they're changing it to where you're going to be getting more through it. Great. That's awesome. Heir of the Covenant story journal improvements. So they're going to basically be changing the journal around to make it fit. No need to spend time on that. Other changes, the narrative directions of some stories will be improved. Thank you. Phantasmas that were previously attainable through rewards in episode 1 will be replaced with Spirit Blooms, as we figured. The in-game back buttons will be replaced with leave buttons. That's fine. Battles that occur after clearing 1010 the episode will be improved. Okay. Alrighty. Hero and equipment management improvements. Get ready for disappointment and false information. Let's rock and roll. Repeat battle and background battling improvements. Repeat battle and background battling will no longer interrupt by a full hero or equipment inventory. Instead, these features will end when the repeat battle limit has been reached. Cool. Once you reach the repeat battle, you can resume repeat battle or background battling by clearing out your hero or equipment inventory. During repeat battle or background battling, the number of heroes and equipment that exceed the inventory cannot exceed 100. If the amount exceeds 100, repeat battling background battling in progress will be interrupted. Okay. So, still, they haven't done anything to, you know, let us AFK grind AP, Advent side story, no background improvements there. We still have to sit and main our game through that we can't go grind AP and hunt at the same time. Why can we go do the opposite? Why can I AFK in the hunt, but then have to manual through all the stages? Why can't I do the other? It should work both ways. This is a two-way street, but you're saying it's a one-way. All right, moving on. Equipment score. Before you guys get happy and excited, this is not the same score that was given in Fribbles. This is a whole other formula and completely different. Please understand that you will sound like an absolute idiot talking about gear score if you do not understand the difference. We talk about this in several of the gearing guides. We've talked about this in on stream. Gear score can make you sound really smart and show that you're really stupid all at the same time. Because you may have a high quality piece of gear, but if it's in the wrong stats, it's a horrible piece of gear. Sure, the quality's great, but if you were trying to get a HP damage piece and all the high rolls of that high gear score pieces and effectiveness or effect resist means nothing to you. Because the quality actually isn't in the other rolls, it was in that one really bad roll. So, while the equipment score is great, it shows you stuff, it's a false sense of security in letting you know how good or bad your pieces really are. Instead, forget this system ever existed, ignore the numbers, and learn what good stats are. Understand and learn what the quality of your rolls are. Understand the mathematicals of what belongs in the stats. And then look at it for your own eyes and see, hey, okay, I needed something that in this case they have. Okay, so we've got 21 health, we've got 9 defense, we have 13 speed and 12 crit chance. Okay, cool. So I understand where those stats are. I understand how they rolled. They're showing you your rolls as you level it up. You can tell by that what your quality is. And as you know the math of how things go up, you can go, yeah, okay, this is a little bit on the low end, but overall I got the stats I need. I can still achieve the numbers I want. It's a decent piece. Instead of feeling like you need a gear score number to flex your EPeen, this is a stupid change and doesn't belong in the game. So please make sure that that is ticked off and never use it. Don't use this system. Level 90 extraction has been added. Cool. So if you've made a horrible mistake and somehow reforged an absolutely awful piece of gear, you can get cores back, and this is the chart based off of what you will get back. Next, Alchemist Steeple Crafting Charms improvements. Alchemist Steeple crafting system will be improved, quote unquote. The current method for crafting charms by using equipment as ingredients will be removed. Instead, weekly charms of crafting will increase from 2 to 4. As the method of crafting charms by using equipment as ingredients is removed, random equipment and accessory charm rate information will be deleted. So they're making it to where it's core only at this point. So now okay, that's fine because they're wanting you to core your gear, period, at this point. Because normally we would save it to do this. They're increasing it. I guess it's a simplification of a system, but okay. So greater equipment charms require 125 cores twice a week will now go down to 100 cores 4 times a week. Greater accessory charms 150 will now go down to 125 4 times a week. After the 427 update, random equipment and its charm method will be removed, needing to craft using equipment ingredients before the patch. So if you've got anything that you're waiting to do. All right, number 5, Guild War Indomitable Season Ending. Hooray. Now it's time to go back to the crap fest of let's get random guilds and beat up on either a really small guild or have a top 100 beating up on us. And going back to having 0 mystics because we can't keep our reward during the off season. And it's that weird time of the month where we go through an entire month of Guild War basically getting back up to 5x to then be removed from 5x to then have to work our way back up to 5x for the rest of the season. Hey, guys, I can give you a great quality of life improvement. Make it to where we come out of off-season, we all have our final ranks or can still be promoted up to max rank if you are a lower guild and slowly promoting and just on the edge of making that line. Maybe you can promote up for the rest of the pre-season Guild War so you can maintain that. And then at the beginning of the actual season, reset your ranks and start over versus this up, down. Be a huge quality of life improvement. Probably wouldn't take you that long to do, and probably you could have done it faster than implementing some of the stupid changes you've already tried to put into the game so far. All right. This is what I was looking for last balance patch. Why they decided to hold out on it, other than we already knew it was coming, they should have put it in there, but they decided to put it here. But here it is. Shuna, 5-star Soul Weaver, balance adjustment. Thank you, you're finally looking at her. Now just don't ruin this. Alright, so Magicule Explosion is going to get looked at. So now it attacks all enemies by manipulating the Magicules and recovers health of all allies. Cool. Damage dealt and the amount recovered increases proportion to the caster's max health. Okay. This can be soul burned for an extra attack with the same skill. So it will not allow you to go rip another skill. It will only be able to let you rip this skill. Okay. So depending on this and how Shuna builds, it would be interesting to see how this works. Because if I'm understanding this correctly from... It's been a while since I looked at Shuna's kit. I believe this is her S1. And depending on how we can build her, this could potentially be decent. The skill cooldown and the barrier strength of Blooming Lotus will be decreased, and the number of debuffs dispelled by the skill before awakening will be changed to 1. Acquire focused effect will be removed. Great. We can use the skill instantaneous, no focus needed. Awesome. So we don't care about the after awakening. Yeah, this should be her S3. Dispels 2 debuffs from all allies. Okay, so instantly gets rid of 2. And the weirdness of the skill is still here. And redistributes the health so each ally has an equal health ratio before granting barrier for 2 turns. Barrier strength increases proportional to the caster's max HP. This is still a really weird skill because you're now lowering the HP of units that don't have damage to balance out the units that have damage. Theoretically, potentially, could even bring other units into danger, which is one of the things I've never liked about this skill. I don't like the fact that we're taking a unit that may be super healthy and protecting, and now we're lowering its HP to balance out the rest. I've never liked this. Shuna is way more powerful in the show than what this skill does. There's so much more they could have done with her than thrown her into this crap. But let's at least let her get in the game. Because I'm now curious in the heal of this, could a counter Shuna potentially help out with maybe Celestine? Could Celestine and this heal now maybe help fix her issue to where the S3 now makes sense in what she does? The effect of Sleeping Spell will be changed. The focus of Sleeping Spell will be removed, and it will have a cooldown instead. Okay, so she has 3 skills, and this is where this goes. So Sleeping Spell. Dispels 2 buffs from all enemies. Okay, so that's her S2. This would be her S3. Dispels 2 buffs from all enemies with a fluttering flower petals before an 85% chance to put them to sleep for 1 turn and a 100% chance to decrease attack for 2 turns. So this one's awkward. Or is Blooming... I cannot remember. It's been so long since I looked at Shuna's kit. I cannot remember if Blooming Lotus is the S3 or if Sleeping Spell is the S3. It'd be great if they actually put the little S1, S2, S3 on here. But judging by this, these are definitely the S2 and the S3. And I'm assuming by this being the Consume 5 focus, this is the, this would be the S3, because the S3 is normally locked behind focus. So, 2 new exclusive equipments with a big, big butt on this. All right? While I love the idea that they're giving these units exclusive equipments, let's read the fine print and find out why this is an absolutely horrendous idea. Exclusive equipments for 5-star Shuna and 5-star Malim will be added. Focus for 2 seconds here. If I'm going to say anything super important, it's right here. Players will be able to obtain these exclusive equipments for Shuna and Malim from the special side story Soleil Cook-Off after 5-4. From the special side story. Players will only be able to obtain these exclusive equipments for Shuna and Malim during the collaboration period. They will not be added to Hall of Trials or the Alchemist Steeple. That right there is a horrible, horrible thing. Now, I understand that they technically don't want to have something permanent in the game of a collab outside of the collab period. But for whatever reason, if you couldn't clear it, couldn't have the, you summon the units on the last day, you just joined in, you can't get this after the event ends. This is just like Summer Alexa and her BS of you have to clear the side story entirely to get her specialty change. And it's only available during that summer side story, and they weren't shy about not adding it to the Book of Memories. Now, in this case, this is stupid because why not? If we let our limited units sit there with exclusive equipment sitting in the Hall of Trials at the end, or is it you just don't want us to be able to spend the currency to be able to get this stuff and you want us to play the side story even though we have already done it and it's the same story from last year? Just now we're going to farm these out and walk away. Now this is great for veteran players. We'll go in, knock this out, and walk away from it. But if you're a new player, this really does suck if you do happen to, for whatever reason, start it towards the end of the collab, not having the time and the resources, purely just the energy to go through and farm this out, because here's what's not stated here. Nothing in this states that we're getting a guaranteed roll. Is it going to start at 12 crit? I'm assuming because it just says 12 crit chance here and it doesn't have a range, we're going to get just a 12 crit chance and then we can pick between the 3 of Malim. That would be okay. I would be fine with, hey, it cost X amount of currency, buy this one. Or if you want the currency, here it is, buy this one. But if it's random ticks, that's gonna suck for a new player. Especially if you have to go in and farm multiple of these and you get, Dragon Dive 10 times in a row, but you really wanted Dragon's Eye to be able to increase the damage of Dragon Buster, if that's the one you wanted. So there is kind of a big issue for newer players here. Now, we can argue the fact that potentially this isn't something new players need to worry about. But I'm going to be real here. 12 crit chance, that's 2 free rolls of crit that you can free up to 2 free rolls of speed, 2 free rolls of crit damage, attack, HP, defense, what have you. You can now put that in another spot. So that frees up a good bit of stat, because getting crit chance and balancing that out, it can be a bit annoying. It's going to make me rebuild mine. I'm all for it. I would be happy to rebuild my Malim. But if it's a RNG, now you not only have to land the crit chance roll, if that is there. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping by the way this looks, this is a one-off roll. But if it is random, now you gotta dice the random roll and the skill. And if these aren't cheap, new players may not get that exclusive equipment the way they want in the event period, if they started towards the end. Where if it was in Hall of Trials, they have whenever they can finally get the currency and get lucky enough to roll it or force craft it in the Alchemist Steeple later on down the road. So let's take a look at this, because we've got some interesting things here for Malim. Kind of curious why they're doing this for her, but cool, let's make her more overpowered. Dragon Dive. Increases the Dragon Dive's amount recovered. So the healing ability of Dragon Dive. Absolutely garbage. Don't do this. Well, maybe on counter, that might be not bad. I'll have to play around with it. I'll probably buy all three of these. Dragon's Eye, Malim's Eye. Increases damage dealt of Dragon Buster by 10%. Probably the go-to. Dragon Fear. When an enemy is defeated with Dragon Fear, acquire one additional focus. So if we're going ahead and assuming that we're one-shotting a Mercedes with this, we gain an extra focus, which would put us, I think, what, one skill away from being able to use Dragon Buster immediately? Okay, I mean, we could play around with this and see how this works out. I don't see necessarily a perfect one, and I don't see necessarily a bad one, depending on how you play her. Because if you put her on a counter set, Dragon Dive actually kind of might help. Dragon Buster, free damage on the on the passive S2. I'm all for that, 10% more damage. And then the focus to get into Dragon Buster a little bit quicker. Okay. I can kind of see where all three of these go, but probably it's going to be Dragon Buster. Shuna. Shuna's getting one. Now she's going to have 14% health. Again, we're hoping this is fixed. Decreases Blooming Lotus's barrier strength by 1. They could have made these bigger and made this easier to read, but they failed at their job of, you know, understanding how spreadsheets work. You can make that fit in one sentence. You don't have to run it off the edge. Combat readiness of the caster by... I'm sure that says increases combat readiness of the caster by 30% when using Blooming Lotus. Increases the sleep effect to 100% chance. So she'll have a 100% chance to sleep. She can increase her combat readiness by 30%. Okay, some interesting exclusive equipments. Maybe the combination of this will help Shuna actually be usable for once. Bologna and the Iron Fan drop rate up. Skip this unit. Iseria and Song of Stars skip this unit and both of their artifacts. Coin Shop item list renewal. Nobody cares about the Covenant coins. Everybody wants to know about the Galaxy coins. Lionheart, Sermia, Strays, and Arbiter Vildred. I'm sure probably if any of you do have the whale coins, you're going after one of these two. Expedition boss rotations will change on 5-1. They're just moving them out to their normal rotations. Wow, big surprise. The schedule will start there. Event pack will be added. Players can purchase limited sections, so they're making basically a new tab for it. Nobody cares. They're updating the nature booster pack for the new stuff. Pank rank pack up. Terra Phantasmas. Okay. Garbage. Tutorial aspect of the game can enhance seamless gameplay without any interruptions. Okay. Moonlight Blessing improvements. The order of heroes on the list will be changed, and some heroes will have a recommended content tag on them. Okay. So... interesting. Okay. Sure. Selective summon improvements. You will no longer be able... There will no longer be a limit on the number of summon chances for the selective summon. There will no longer be a limit on the number of summoning chances for the selective summon. Each summon will be improved to guarantee one 5-star hero or one 5-star artifact, plus 2 4-star heroes, plus 2 4-star artifacts. The selective summon drop list will be updated according to these improvements. Okay, so now you literally just get 30 rips at trying to get either a hero or an artifact. I mean, that's kind of common with a lot of the newer gachas, that they can sit there and rip a bunch of those guaranteeds. Cool. It'll help out. I've still rolled the same character like 17 times in my when I'm running through selective summons and never see that one. Have to reset the game like 5 times before I ever see the hero. So you'll still have that crap, but at least now you're getting a shot at it every time. Cool. Other chat report button will be moved to the profile banner. Improvements will be made to the change the 10 summon button for the free summon button when the number of available Covenant summons is 10 or more. This is literally the best change in this entire update, is this right here. When we get those 10 free daily summons, click all 10 in one click. And this way you can see the disappointment immediately and not have to click 10 times going, wow, another 3-star. Wow, another 3-star. You get that instant you get that instant notification of, I either got something or I got nothing. And it's not 10 chances of seeing disappointment progressively getting worse for all 7 days. You all know that feeling. A new feature will be added to allow players to check their mail sent by official GMs. Okay, cool. Glad we care about that so much. Improvements to be made. Hero stories. Try to read through this now. Pre-made pop-up. Yeah, okay, nothing else there. Now, moving on. The password for this week is E7X Tensura. Hooray! Get your 3 leads, 300,000 gold, and yeah, and enjoy. It's Tensura is on its way. Next up, free unequip from 427 to 430. Yay! Still not reset to reset. We're not gonna go into that. Next up, GM's Arceus Surprise Check-in event. After maintenance until 5-4, this is a great time to re-roll the game if you're a brand new player. You can now log in, get a summoning ticket, and a Potion of Ascension instantaneously. If you're just starting the game, there you go. Re-roll Central on being able to get one 5-star hero that you really, really want and need the help with, aka Tamarin. And then you got a Potion of Ascension to 6-star. Something later down the road that you're gonna need for the probably one of the hunt things is probably what that's used for. Tamarin completely works at 5-star, people. You don't need to use that on her. It's probably better you use it on Angelica or Clarissa, something like that. Don't use it on Mui. Put Mui in the thing later on. Just level him up a little bit. Don't waste your stuff on him. And then that is it. So the spiciest of spicy, not so spicy update. A lot of okay, here we go. So starting 5-4, we're about, what, a week away from that? Yep. 1 week away. Tensura will be here. Get ready to farm up your Rimuru, your Malim, and get your Shuna out of the event. No new character. Oh, wait. No. Enjoy. Hold on. Returning heroes and a new 5-star hero. Hold on. I didn't read it all the way. All right. So they are going to release a new hero. Place your bets in chat. Shion, Benimaru, Veldora, or Diablo. I didn't read that. I'm not going to lie. I did not read that earlier. I'm going to say, because of the movie, it's Benimaru. Because of the movie, it's Benimaru. As much as I want this to be Shion, it's Benimaru. So, let's go ahead and open up the floor. I'll give you guys a minute if you do want to ask any questions. Which this does confirm my theory. The 3-week collab, they're going to run the first 2 because Malim and Rimuru are starting off. are kicking off that first week, which means the second week is going to have a new unit. So maybe you all want to wait before you summon that first week and wait till the Wednesday the 10th of May to summon. And this way you know who that new unit is. So if anybody doesn't have any questions, we'll give you guys 30 seconds to start asking some questions about the current update. If there's no questions, YouTube, you know what to do. Hit me up in the comments below. Been trying to get better at answering questions a lot faster. Super busy. Just throwing that out there. And I've got a lot of crap coming this week. So this is going to be a really tough week for me to try to get to questions. But I will do my best. At least it will be either at 2 points in time for me. Be super early in the morning or super late at night right before I go to bed. But I will try to get all your questions answered at least in 24 hours is going to be my goal. So please be patient. If there is something time pressing that you are asking, I will get to it as soon as possible. Just do understand, I've got a very busy week this week. It's a lot of stuff. OC project is super slammed, and it's 3 a.m. till about 9 p.m. for me. Just understand that. All right, since we don't have any questions rolling in, we're going to wrap up here. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. It's a lot of information. Some decent changes, some absolutely crap changes. The one thing we did not get answered out of this, every answer we did not get out of this that we wanted. What happens to penguins? That's a big deal, because if we have to level this up, normally, they take a lot longer than they used to take leveling them up because of how they changed the EXP systems. If these phantasmas, and they're getting rid of the leveling period of this, there is no level in between, we are fine with the new system. Or if it's penguins we have to summon out of the spirit altar, or not spirit altar, out of the Breath of Orbis stuff, that's a big deal, because that's a lot of stigma. Unless we're getting a crap ton of stigma pushed into the system through how this rewards and stuff work, we'll have to see. Thankfully, I'm sitting on a chunk of stigma. I have 8,000 penguins to my name right now. I'm not in a bad spot. The people who sold their penguins are. That's the big L that we're trying to hopefully avoid. That there isn't a penguin loss in earning this stuff. You guys take care, and we'll see you in the next one.